Hi, I'm Candy Messer, President of Affordable Bookkeeping and Payroll Services, bringing peace of mind to overwhelmed business owners by removing the burden of the bookkeeping and payroll processing and then giving them the freedom to do the parts of the business they love. Just to give you a little bit of background about myself, I actually have a business degree. I majored in business management and didn't actually intend to be a business owner. I had worked retail for many years, left that after I had my two children, and was an at-home mom for 3 years. A few years later, I was asked to help out at a preschool while a director was out on medical leave, and that's where I actually started getting into some of the bookkeeping. And when that director returned, I decided at that point I was ready to look for a part-time job, and I was actually hired by a publishing company originally just to handle their accounts receivable, but within a few months I was actually handling everything in the company because their accounts payable person had left. So I handled from entering the purchase orders, receiving the inventory, receiving payments from customers, following up on when payments hadn't been received, reconciling bank statements, and much more. I actually had been at that company for almost 6 years when I left, and I finally did leave when my husband encouraged me to quit because I had started a business on the side with a couple clients. That started because someone that I knew had asked me many months in a row to please help her with the bank reconciliations for her husband's business. She would invoice her clients, she would pay the bills, but she just was really frustrated with the bank reconciliation process and just didn't want to handle it anymore. So after her multiple requests, I finally decided I would help her. And if I had to have a business license in order to be legal, thought, well, I might as well have a few more customers. And so at the time I was working, I probably had about 7 more clients of my own that I would go to once or twice a month just to help them with some basics, whether it was bill paying, reconciling their bank statements, or a few other tasks. Fast forward a few years, here I am now. I have my own office. I have many clients with a staff that also helps as well. So I'm one of those kind of accidental entrepreneurs, as they say, that I didn't expect to kind of be here, but here I am. And of course I did make some mistakes along the way, which leads me to why I wrote this chapter. I find many entrepreneurs who come to me once they find out they've made a mistake. So the IRS or their state or even their city or county may have sent them a notice that said that they are not in compliance, and because of that there's now a penalty. And I want to help those entrepreneurs know ahead of time what they need to do to be in compliance so that they don't get those notices and realize that they have done something incorrectly. Because the government doesn't care if you didn't know. They say there are rules you have to follow, and you'll know from now on, basically. So I have had that happen where people have come to me and said, I didn't know I needed to have a city business license. I'm working out of my home, and they didn't realize that in some cities you actually have to pay more for operating out of your home. So a couple clients I've had that have since become clients came originally when they received a notice. Another customer came when they received a notice because their payroll taxes were not calculated and paid correctly. And we've even had issues with 1099 processing where someone thought they were doing what they should have, but they didn't fill those forms out correctly and ended up with a huge penalty for not having everything done with all the information required. So I want to help those entrepreneurs who maybe can't afford to have someone in an accounting or bookkeeping practice assisting them, and help them know exactly what they need to do in terms of sales tax, business tax, payroll taxes, business filings, and much more. Not only are there compliance issues, but also what should you be doing with your bookkeeping to make sure you're doing everything properly. From reconciling bank accounts, keeping your cash separate from business and personal, making sure you're invoicing your customers timely. I see this a lot where the entrepreneur thinks, well, I need to make sure I'm getting my client work done, and so they postpone doing their own, and that can seriously affect their cash flow And especially for those small businesses that are just starting out, cash flow is extremely important. So not doing your own work is actually a negative. You're not doing your customers any service if you're not going to be around to continue servicing them. So I actually sit down with people and look at all the issues, see where they need to be making some adjustments, what should they be doing, what should they be filing to be in compliance, and make sure that everything is filed on time. So that service that I offer is $197. It can be done in my office, or we can do it through a Skype session or other issues, other ways we can work that out through remote access or other ways. So I'm excited to be helping clients. I'm excited that I've been sharing this information as well at locations, educating those entrepreneurs who just didn't know what they needed to be doing. So I'm also eager to be given more opportunities to share this information with local clubs or just businesses that maybe have speakers come and share this information with them. So if you know anyone who would love to have this information shared with them as well, I would be grateful to hear from you. And if you know anyone who's interested in this business compliance review, that would be fantastic too. My phone number here is 310-534-5577. My email address is contact@abandp.com. That's contact@abandp.com. And our website, www.abnp.com. I hope you find my chapter helpful just as much as you will find all the other great entrepreneurs who have written a chapter in this book as helpful as theirs. They all have great information. I am very blessed to be part of this book and to have been one of the authors who shares their expertise. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoy your copy of The Business Success with Ease, and looking forward to speaking with you. All right, thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.